Dear students, we are here on our first video of Water Resource Engineering, a video lecture sponsored by Department of Civil Engineering, Space Institute of Technology and Sciences. Briefly to introduce myself, Legal Cover Officer, Assistant Professor, and the course will run by Dr. C. Karthik, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Space Institute of Technology and Sciences. To speak briefly about my course, in this course, we will begin from the history of water to various water resource detection and for the important uses of water in our day-to-day life and the economy of this nation. So, the first slide, this is my course details. So, course code is P18C07. Usually teaching for second BTech second semester. My course has internal marks of 40 and external marks of 60. So, I have 3 lecture hours per day, and the credit for my course is for 3. So, before going through the course, let me give a brief introduction of our civil engineering department. So our vision and mission are displayed here, and we have been working for this from the beginning of this department, which was started from 2009, and these are the program outcomes predefined by the National Board of Accreditation. These are our PUs, those are program education objectives. These PUs are mainly based on how we are teaching and committed for the knowledge as well as ethical principles of the students to acquire a good position in civil engineering. These are specific outcomes. Usually, my course is part of this program specific outcome 1. So, coming to my course objectives. The course objectives of this course are introduction of hydrological cycle and its relevance to civil engineering, which means the hydrological cycle, otherwise called as the water cycle. We are going to introduce that in this particular chapter, particular course, and all these course objectives are majorly concentrated on the beginning of water, that is, how the water comes onto the earth and how the water is used for our day to day life and for the growth of plants and agriculture system also. So my course outcomes are: first one, describe hydrological cycle and identify key elements of precipitation. So in this course, CO number 1, that is course outcome number 1, defines the student is able to describe hydrological cycle and various key elements of precipitation, that is nothing but rainfall. And CO number 2, students apply these hydrological principles to observe the abstractions in rainfall or precipitation. So they are majorly evaporation, evapotranspiration, and infiltration phenomena. Now, after getting the clear rainfall onto the earth, the students are able to measure the rainfall and plot the rainfall data in the form of hydrographs. Now, CO number 4. So we have groundwater hydrology, a brief introduction in CO number 4, and last and final CO number 5. Explain the importance of irrigation and estimation of water requirements per crop. So these are my 5 COs. Now, the entire course is divided into 5 modules, and each module has the syllabus here. Module number 1 discusses the introduction, that is engineering hydrology and its applications. In this module, we are going to see what is hydrological cycle and what are different types of precipitation and losses in precipitation, and how to measure rainfall, various rainfall data collection, and defining different types of curves to find out the inconsistency in rainfall. And we are going to estimate probable maximum precipitation in the particular area, and we are able to design a storm for that particular catchment area. In the module number 2, we are going to see abstractions in precipitation. That is, initial abstractions are evaporation. So, under evaporation, we are going to discuss what are the factors that affect evaporation. Affect in the sense which improvises the evaporation process, or the evaporation effect on the rainfall, and how do we measure it, and what are the various factors of reduction. Next, in the evapotranspiration phenomena, the same will be discussed. Now, coming to the third unit, that is runoff. Runoff is nothing but the amount of water that flows on the surface of the earth during the rainfall. So, technically, after the losses in precipitation or abstractions in precipitation, the water tend to flow on the surface of the earth. In this module, we are going to see what are the factors affecting runoff, components of runoff, and we'll be drawing some tables and curves for finding out the runoff of a particular catchment area. Next, we'll draw some hydrographs, because as runoff is the only gain in the precipitation. Other than the abstractions, runoff increases the water level on the surface of Earth. So we have to estimate the amount of water that are available on the Earth. To estimate those water, we will be drawing the technical method as per the IS codes, that is drawing hydrographs. So we'll be drawing different unit hydrographs here, and we'll find out the amount of rainfall, average rainfall, yearly rainfall, weekly rainfall, hourly rainfall values, and we'll give the runoff in particular catchment, that is the discharge values. And in module 4. In module 4, we'll be discussing about the groundwater. So back in module 3, we have a infiltration. So those infiltrated water enters into the groundwater zone. So in the groundwater, we'll have the water aquifers, those stores water and moves water from one place to another place. And we'll be discussing various zones of groundwater, and how to estimate the flow inside a aquifer. Okay, and we'll be discussing to estimate the yield of a open well in this particular module, and module number 5. So in module number 5, as of now, we have discussed all the groundwater, I mean water components, that is the things that are existing in hydrology or hydrological cycle. So after all this, we have to take the level to next one. That is, still now we have studied how the water comes onto the earth, and what are different losses, and what is the final output. Now, as we are civil engineers, as a civil, that is means service to the people. So we have to estimate how this water should be useful to the society or this nation. As we all know, India is an agriculture based country which requires a lot amount of water. And so, coming to the agricultural terms, the water that is used for crops is called as irrigation. So, in this chapter, we will be studying about the irrigation and various capacities of the crop and how to fulfill the particular crop requirements. So, these are my five modules in the course. So, after completion of this course, the student is able to achieve all the course object outcomes which we have discussed earlier. So these are the reference textbooks and web reference where you can be going a little farther in this course. If the students are very much interested in this course, they can be have the career advance or they can be moving forward into the master's education in water resource engineering, which is available throughout India in very prestigious institutions. My request, if you have any interest, please go through this course and excel yourself. And I hope you all do well in this course. Thank you so much. We'll be meeting in the next video in the beginning of our module. Thank you all.